Hello, how's it going?
What up, what up, what up? Yeah, it's work.
I thought I was running late, but then like I heard you like, you know, gonna be late. I'm like, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, I knew you guys were gonna be late. I had a client. Dude, that's like a camera, right? That's like a camera, right? It's like a video camera.
It's pretty good, man. Yo, what's up you guys? Team Go Rocket's out, and in this video I'm gonna talk about my top 5 tips you need to know to get through the first 2 pages of Team Go Rocket. So let's get started. Alright, on to the first tip. So this first one, let me fix this one. Alright, so the first tip is you don't need to spend 10 individual Pokestops. You can just spend the same one 10 times. And I'm battling this Team Rocket Grunt at the moment because this Team Rocket Grunt is using normal type Pokemon. And I thought it was gonna give out some Rat-Tatters, but it's not. So guess we have to find another one later on, but at least we can capture this. Okay, take that one out. Catch this, because we got to catch 3 shadow Pokemons for this. Okay. And there. Oh, nope, lost that. Nope, lost that too. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get this real fast. Oh, hey, critical catch. Nice. Alright. So, we got our first mystery component. You have to get 6 of these to get a Team Rocket, to find a Team Rocket leader. It's gonna take 18, but this leads me up to tip number 2. How to win Team Rocket battles. So, if you guys are not familiar with the PvP mechanics of Pokemon Go, it's different from raid battles and gym battles where like using whatever like 3000 CP, 4000 CP Pokemon will win you the battle. The mechanic for PvP is that. Alright, so I didn't explain step 2 very clearly. Let me oversimplify this to just kind of make it easy as possible for you guys. The way how PvP differs from gym battles and raid battles is that with gym battles and raid battles, the way how you gain energy is by doing damage and taking damage from your opponent. So when you're doing a raid, if the raid boss is doing a charge move and you get hit, you're going to be able to use all your charge move right away, right? But for PvP, you can only gain energy by doing damage. So taking in damage will not convert into energy. So that makes a huge difference for dynamic of energy gain for PvP. One thing I want to focus on is just duration. Duration is speed. How much time it takes for that attack before your opponent attack. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 being the slowest. The best way I can explain this is that, so if you have a Pokemon with a 1 duration quick attack, like Mushot, and you have another Pokemon that has like Confusion, which is like, I think 4 or 5. Basically, you can do about 4 to 5 Mushots before a Pokemon with 4 duration can do 1 attack. So that's how you understand about speed in PvP. With that being said, there's much more to it with how much energy you gain and how much damage you do per attack. The video right here will explain more in detail about it. The link to this chart right here, it will be in the description below so you guys can look at it. But that's the PvP simplified version of like what kind of Pokemon is good. And I guess if you guys just want like a simple answer, Thunder Shock is really good, Dragon Breath is really good, Counter is really good. So if you have any kind of those Pokemons, yeah, you do a lot of damage, okay? The broken moves, the meta moves, I'll leave it at that, alright? Good luck. Good Samaritan just helped me out. I dropped my camera lens cap and he picked it up for me, so thank you, appreciate it. And if you do find something on the ground, you know, definitely don't keep it for yourself and try to help out people. Because we all been in that position where you drop the wallet or a cell phone. Alright, so I got the last grunt I need to get to collect the prizes real fast. Get that, and here's the problem that everyone's running into. Which is nice, it's kind of a way to like, you know, slow everybody's down because I know people want to go at this like really fast. So, yep, here it is. Spin Pokestop 5 days in a row. Purify 15 Pokemon and win 5 raids. Can't finish this until, well, 5 days from now. So let's talk about the rest of the tips. Alright, so now let's finish off the rest of the video with tip number 3. Purification costs a lot of Stardust. As you guys know, it can cost up to 5,000 Stardust per purification. So my best advice is just to find Team Rocket grunts that will hand out Rattatas or Zubats because they only cost 1,000 starters. And for the second page, when you have to go through 15 Purification, that can range from 15,000 to like 75,000 starters depending on what kind of Purification Pokemon you have, or at least what kind of Shadow Pokemon you have to purify. So definitely keep an eye on those. Alright, so moving on to tip number 4, countering the Team Go Rocket leaders. So this is a very important one, and luckily we have a list of the Team Go Rocket leaders and the type of Pokemon they're using. And so they'll always use the first one like Meow, Scyther, and Sneasel. The 2 and 3 part, they'll switch up, right? So the best way to do it is just to go in there with whatever Pokemon you have and just see what kind of Pokemon that they're using. So if they're going through like a Meowth, Snorlax, and then a Charizard, I'm not even looking at Charizard, I have no idea, but like basically once you know which kind of Pokemon they're using, you can figure out which counter to use against it, at least the weaknesses of the type of Pokemon. Alright, tip number 5, the last one. So once you figure out which Pokemon to use against them, you want to figure out which Pokemon has a dual charge move or a low energy charge move in general, because the point is to make them use the shield as soon as possible, and once they have no shield, you're just gonna go destroy them. And as a perfect example, my friend Kevin here, he sent me this video because I couldn't take down Arlo, I didn't have enough time. I did take down a Cliff and a Sierra myself, but I couldn't take on Arlo because they kind of stop around 10 p.m. At least that's what people are speculating, and I think it's about 10 p.m. So he went through it, he lost, and then once he did, he was able to just figure out which Pokemon to use. So he used Moltres, and he only has a Poliwrath just for choosing a third Pokemon, and an Entei. So he made the Scyther use up his first 2 shields, and after that he was able to use his charge move against the fallen Pokemon and finish off the rest of the 2 Pokemon that Arlo had. So once you figure out which Pokemon that they're using, you can figure out your own counters against them. What's up, you guys? So I just want to talk about like my battle with Sierra and Clifford, or whatever his name, Cliff. I lost to them both times on purpose to see the lineup. And what I did with Dragonite for Sierra, I wanted to see how fast I can get to my second charge move. And since I knew that it was going to use a dark Pokemon like a Sneasel, I went with my God of War. But for Clifford, I went with a Dynamic Punch Machamp, sorry, to like, you know, make it use a shield. Luckily, I was able to go through my God of War to do a lot of damage to Sierra's Sableye. For Clifford, I went there, of course, with 2 Machamps because I knew that I was going to have some Pokemon that were going to be weak towards it. I made Clifford use both his shield, so I was able to just wail on him with all my charge move after that. And then for Sierra, I also have my Tyranitar, so I knew that Sierra was going to use the Alakazam at the last point. So although I didn't make Sierra use both her shield, I had the right Pokemon to like combat against her. Really, I knew that this Stone Edge was going to be blocked, but Bite is just such a devastating fast move that it just takes down any kind, especially Alakazam because of Glass Cannon. For Clifford, I knew that he was going to use a Tyranitar for last, and that's why I chose to use a water type Pokemon, because Tyranitar just, well, he had no shield left, so he couldn't block my Hydro Pump. And that's how it took both of them down. I did lose to both of them first, a few times actually, just to test it out, because I wanted to see how strong they were. And yeah, they are pretty strong. So as long as you know the lineup, you should be fine. Just keep that in mind. Just lose one time and just go in with the proper counter. Definitely don't put up a Dragonite and a Sneasel. I just kind of did it to see how many Dragon Claws I can get out, but not many. Not one, I think. Alright, guys. Look at the chart. I'll have the link at the bottom, and I have this video right here to explain or elaborate more on charge move and fast move for PvP and the mechanics of it. It is kind of confusing, so definitely check out the video and check out the link so you guys can look at it yourself and follow through together. Alright guys, this is it for my video. Hope these 5 tips help you guys out. Hope you guys can take down all your Team Go Rocket leaders. And good luck. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for all things Pokemon Go news, tips, and tricks. I'm Tom, aka The Last Hot Sauce. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.